Part 1 of 12. Welcome. Today we delve into mysteries that new technologies have finally managed to decipher. Puzzles long hidden beneath layers of history and nature. In the most remote and inaccessible parts of the planet, drones strike the first blows against the invisible walls of ancient legends and mystical structures. From hundreds of meters above, they discover mummies, teeth, and traps from the past, as if nature itself is silently warning us of something important. At the same time, thousands of kilometers away, secret entrances to ancient tombs, forgotten cities, and vanishing civilizations suddenly come to life before our eyes. And in a world where entire settlements are disappearing and secret forces can dissolve the boundaries of reality, a question arises. Can we trust these new keys to the past? Or does every step we take bring us closer to danger we have yet to imagine? The stakes are not only deciphering ancient secrets, but also the fate of our knowledge, our safety, and our future. In this investigation, we will piece together fragmented parts of these mysteries and reveal who truly stands behind these discoveries, and what they might mean for all humanity. Are you ready to see what lies beyond the known truths? Then let's begin. Against the backdrop of endless horizons and mountain peaks, cloaked in centuries of silence, humanity has once again gained the chance to peer behind the veil of mystery. Unmanned aerial vehicles, small yet incredibly powerful devices, have become our new eyes and hands in the most inaccessible corners of the planet. Their appearance not only expands the boundaries of the known, but also awakens ancient myths, forgotten legends, and hidden truths of which we had no idea. Every pursuit of a new point is an endless source of puzzles, and each new discovery has the potential to shatter established myths or confirm the boldest hypotheses. And if in the past we depended heavily on dry archaeological data or sparse eyewitness accounts, now, thanks to technology, our capabilities have reached new heights. But in this hidden world, filled with secrets, there are dangers. Crossing certain boundaries increasingly confronts us with questions that are not so easy to answer. That's how, at just over 5,000 meters in Mexico, on a peak where the air is thin and heavy, our drone discovered a mummified body. The overall appearance, facial expression, it was not just an archaeological find. It was a person who had vanished more than half a century after a tragic avalanche. His clothing, almost fully preserved, his gaze, frozen horror, as if he had heard something terrible and was forever trapped in that moment. This discovery shook the entire scientific community because it not only confirmed the existence of long-extinct climbers, but also opened new horizons for hypotheses suggesting that the fates of those disappearing at the world's summits are not only tragedies, but also mysteries lurking at the border of time and space. And this is only the beginning. In Turkey, at the foot of Mount Capaya, drones captured the entrance to an ancient tomb that had remained hidden beneath layers of rock, sand, and time until recently. Inside, coins were found, testaments to the cultures and beliefs that once existed, symbols and ritual objects untouched by human hands for centuries. But the most astonishing discovery was evidence of an attempted escape. Scratch marks on the walls, debris scattered across the floor. All this indicates that not only funeral rituals took place inside, but also attempts by those inside to flee, perhaps from a tomb that was more than just a burial site or a place of confinement, an entrance to another world, or even a warning signal. Never before have we obtained such a detailed picture of the past, thanks to modern technology. After all, most of our ancestors concealed their secrets beneath layers of earth and time. And what about what the drones revealed on Mount Anyangan in Zimbabwe? There, among the spirit cities, people, tourists, researchers, and simple travelers are disappearing. Evidence convincingly shows that these disappearances happen without a trace, as if they're swallowed by some invisible force. The feeling that ancient powers have dwelled in these places for centuries only deepens. helicopters and drones have uncovered, this is not mythological folklore or random incidents. It's a testament to myths come to life in our world. The mystique that accompanies them has not faded with the ages. It persists, hidden, swallowing tourists without apparent reason or clues. Confronted with these mysteries, scientists wonder, have we truly studied nature and its remote, unknown corners? Or is the deepest, oldest fear hidden there, that in darkness, there are forces to which we have seemingly surrendered forever? On the other side of the world, in British Columbia, Canada, drones detect unique objects in ravines and on islands. Among the rocks, a giant figure, a face, carved the size of a two-story house. For the indigenous peoples of this region, it's not just a stone, it's a message from ancestral spirits. It speaks of long-forgotten rituals, of a connection to the unknown. These stones of time have guarded their secret for generations, and only modern technology helps decipher their meaning. But what if these messages are not just cultural relics? What if they hide a map or instructions or even warnings about unknown dangers previously concealed from view? How can we grasp the scale of this discovery, which seems to transport us to the boundary between the world of the living and the dead, prompting reflection on the forces that govern our understanding of reality? Equally mysterious was the discovery inside a cave in Mexico of massive shimmering crystals. They glowed in the dark, like invisible jewels or stars frozen in stone. Inside, microbe spheres, up to 15,000 years old, were crystallized, and analysis is underway. What if even older secrets are hidden inside these structures? Perhaps traces of extraterrestrial civilizations or remnants of ancient cultures long gone, of which we are still unaware. Research shows that the age of these crystals is not merely a scientific mystery. It is a chance to understand what happened deep within the earth long before humans appeared, and what secrets nature might have been hiding for millions of years. This also evokes a very real fear. Could we be alone in the universe? Or is this just a part of a bigger picture we have yet to decipher? In Peru, at the mysterious gates of the gods, drones discovered an unexplainable stone door. According to legends, it seems to lead to another dimension, a portal to a realm where gods and spirits exist. People who visit it, according to legends, speak of strange phenomena, unnatural sounds, shifting spaces, inexplicable disappearances. Modern investigations have recorded a semi-closed door, covered with runes and symbols that perplex scientists. The question is there something more in these stone structures? Perhaps it is not just a museum artifact. Maybe it's an ancient, forgotten mechanism capable of triggering changes in our perception of reality. Whatever lies beyond this threshold, one thing is clear. Humanity is on the verge of a discovery that could overturn all current understanding of the world and its laws. The discovery of ancient ruins in the Caucasus Mountains is one of the most intriguing mysteries for archaeologists. There, in the fortress of Diminisgora, dated to 3,000 years ago, researchers rediscovered a city that seemed small in scale, but turned out to be enormous based on their assumptions. The ruins contain broken wall structures, remains of dwellings, artifacts, and evidence of a sudden disappearance. Who and why abandoned this settlement? Why do its size and scale contradict earlier conclusions? These ruins are not only parts of a historical mosaic. They are a corner of mystery revealing how limited our knowledge about ancient civilizations still is. The clues hidden within these stones could shed light on the fate of those who once lived here, vanishing into the unknown. Far to the east, in China's Anshan region, drones record hanging wooden tombs that have remained untouched for centuries. They were built to contain the bodies of those who departed to the other world. But inside, not only bodies, there are narrow passages, complex chambers, whose purpose raises questions. It's as if timeless rituals related to immortality and the journey into the afterlife are frozen in this place. This mystery attracts not only archaeologists, but also those seeking ancient knowledge and power. Perhaps these tombs are not just repositories, but keys to understanding rituals and beliefs that existed long before modern civilizations appeared. And what if they hold the answer to the main question: what awaits us after death? What powers govern fate, suspended between the road and the abyss, between life and death? At the summit of Everest, the most dangerous and unreachable point on Earth, the bodies of fallen climbers have been discovered. Among them are the well-known Green Boots, who perished in 1996. Their bodies, like monuments, are frozen in eternal winter. But not only they. There are numerous bodies, bones, and remains, testaments to unimaginable danger. But when it comes to the Green Boots, their appearance has become a symbol of the dangers hidden within glaciers and high altitudes. These bodies are not just remnants. They serve as a reminder of the limits of human endurance, of how fragile the line between life and death is in environments where nature imposes its harsh laws. Every new investigation and discovery confirms the demon of the high mountain is probably not yet sated with victims. It observes how people continue to push their limits and laments. Who will be the next? Inside caves in Guangxi, where extraordinary entrances, massive natural arches, have formed over centuries, mysterious structures are hidden along the walls. These places are likely ancient sanctuaries or shelters created by nature millions of years ago. Their complexity and scale are astonishing. Each fence, each passage, seems carved by giants or shaped by ancient techniques, raising questions. Why were these ritual temples built? Why were these passages so meticulously preserved? There's a vast array of ancient cultures and myths associated with such structures. Today, technological advancements allow us to approach answers. What story is hidden behind this natural architecture? What secrets do these stones hold? Ultimately, could all this architecture be more than just nature's work? Perhaps a mark or message from our ancestors? In Tuscany, among hills and vineyards, one of the most mysterious findings is a giant statue carved directly into the rock. But the most astonishing thing is that inside this stone structure are hidden chambers and tunnels, evoking thoughts of ancient rituals, secret societies, and hidden knowledge. Who created this giant, and why? The area is shrouded in romantic mystery, amplified by local legends. Perhaps it was an ancient altar or sanctuary, or maybe a secret repository of knowledge or power. For modern researchers, this is an opportunity to shed light on the supernatural part of history that could answer questions about ancient magic, rituals, secret societies, eager to hide their secrets for centuries. The discovery of an internal chamber provokes both concern and curiosity. What if something is hidden there, capable of changing our perception of the past, or even breaking the boundaries of the possible? At the other end of the continent, near Mount Rushmore, an ancient incarnation of mystery lies beyond the main sculpture, a forgotten underground hall with recordings. Who left them there? Is it a crypt or an archive hidden from the eyes of ordinary tourists? Maybe a secret base created to preserve information or serve as a shelter for future events. Evidence suggests that answers to questions about history, various conspiracies, or even secret knowledge about the forces of nature, ones that humans have yet to fully understand, may be hidden within. All of this challenges conventional history and official science. It raises the question, who and why concealed these repositories? What secrets do the half-closed doors hide? And most importantly, what can they reveal to the world if they fully open up? The interest in salvation and discovery continues. In Wales, a person with severe dementia who had been missing for several days was found alive thanks to a drone's thermal camera. This story is not only about rescue, it is a living proof of how necessary these new technologies are in our lives. Their application in search and rescue operations is not a whim, but a necessity. Every millimeter of heat, Every trace recorded in these zones could become not only a chance to save a life, but also a way to uncover new factors of human existence in extreme conditions. How dangerous is memory loss? And is it true that our technologies can bring a person back from the abyss of forgetfulness or disappearance? These are the new frontiers of human capability, which are just beginning to be revealed. In these achievements, there's not only progress, but also hope for millions. And then, on the slopes of Picta, where earth and sky meet, a man was trapped between rocks. A rescue mission carried out with drones saved him. These technologies are new tools in saving human lives. They make the impossible possible. And there is hope in that. In areas where delivering aid is difficult, it is the drones that can carry light and save a life hanging by a thread. As we ascend higher, we see that each altitude is not just a peak, but a boundary that humanity is increasingly crossing. All this play with height and time is an example of how technologies become our allies in exploring a world that seems less and less understandable. These discoveries are challenges and opportunities, combined answers and new questions. Most importantly, they prove that the borders of the world are only a convention. Time and technology help us go further, revealing unseen boundaries of existence and consciousness. It might seem that such discoveries are the limit of our possibilities. But behind each new discovery, even more mysteries are hidden. In the forested regions of Canada lie antique bicycles, a chronicle of lost connections to the past, as a memory of a life gone without a trace. In the icy expanses of Iceland, where glaciers conceal ancient cities and cities of spirits breathing cold darkness, astonishing ancient artifacts emerge to the surface. And where else can one hide from time? Within abandoned tombs and ruins lie not only artifacts, but also powerful forces capable of challenging our status quo. The question is, how ready are we to accept these discoveries and face them? And where will this lead us? Soon, we will have to realize, boundaries are only a convention, and the truth awaits us behind every new corner, every drone discovery, every mysterious revelation we are just beginning to uncover. Only by awakening the explorer within us can we understand. New technological horizons are not only ways to see the invisible, but also chances to ask the most important question. How far can we go in unraveling ancient mysteries? Can these discoveries be considered the ultimate triumph of the human mind? Or are they merely the beginning of a journey into the abyss of new questions, where answers are blurred with myths and truth is hidden behind an invisible curtain? Science and technology provide us with tools to go beyond the possible. But what if everything we uncover only confirms our central problem? That we remain children knocking on the closed doors of ancient secrets, hoping to find something more than just answers behind them? Every new discovery, therefore, is not only progress, but also a challenge, a reminder that the world is bottomless. Its mysteries only begin to shimmer transparently beyond the horizon. In the silence of the night, when the starry sky seems motionless and the winds quietly whisper ancient secrets, the human consciousness often seeks answers to questions that transcend understanding. Surprisingly, it is precisely during such hours, in silence, in the dark corners of subterranean depths, and in the silent vaults of time, that research begins capable of overturning our notions of the past and future. Today, armed with the latest technologies, unmanned aerial vehicles, laser scanners, microscopes of ultra-small size, we attempt to breach the boundaries of human knowledge, to reveal the enigmas that have remained hidden for centuries. Recent discoveries in Turkey have shaken the scientific world. Inside an ancient tomb, detected with the precision and delicacy of drones, unlike those of past ground expeditions, symbols are found that evidently go beyond ordinary understanding. There are mysterious patterns and hieroglyphs captured in moments when the earth and the hand of a person touching it centuries ago seem to have fallen silent, frozen in a moment when something was sealed forever. Researchers noticed traces of ritual symbols, possibly left by gods or mysterious cultists, as many interpret them. But what did it all mean? Was the tomb simply a sepulchre, or did it hide something much more dangerous inside? Perhaps it contained not just a body, but a powerful artifact capable of overturning an entire civilization. Analyses show that inside this tomb lies more than just stone and carvings. Traces found on the walls indicate sealed energy. Maybe it was a talisman created to contain within a force capable of destroying all life. Or, conversely, to protect something of great value that should not have been exposed. These symbols remind us of ancient rituals whose knowledge has long been erased from the memories of humanity. But how to discern the truth when a single archaeological artifact cannot reveal the whole story? Perhaps it was a place where part of what we are only beginning to understand is hidden, something previously unbeknownst to anyone. In another corner of the globe, in a secluded cave in Nika, archaeological finds evoke nighttime fear and anxiety. There, in the dark depths, in the most hidden crevices, samples of microbes have been discovered, isolated and frozen for tens of thousands of years. These mysterious forms of life, whose existence seems to be undeniably proven, raise questions and concerns. What if these microbes, sealed in permafrost, suddenly awaken under the influence of heat, or due to human error? What invisible enemies might awaken suddenly and begin their destructive march across the planet? Scientific witnesses insist these microbes are a direct link to the ancient past, possibly to civilizations that have disappeared along with the earth that preserved them. But this discovery invokes not only curiosity, it also provokes fears as we step through the gates to unknown biological threats. Legends of cities hidden underground and beyond the walls of time regain strength. On the gates of the gods in Peru, adorned with embroidered gold discs and unknown runes, there is evidence of a connection to portals, doors to other dimensions. Historians are divided. Some believe these are merely mystical symbols, while others argue that these discs were actually activators for transitioning into other worlds. Testimonies of human sensations, inexplicable phenomena, glows, or sudden temperature changes support this hypothesis. It is no surprise that some seriously believe in the existence of technological or magical portals hidden in the Andes Mountains or in the Amazon rainforest. But if this is true, what is concealed behind these gates? What awaits those who dare to open them? In the center of Europe, on the ruins of an ancient fortress in northern Georgia, scientists find destroyed structures, remnants seemingly of a catastrophe that destroyed an entire settlement. Mysterious stakes, relentlessly bearing witness to instantaneous death, indicate something sudden and uncontrollable. Nearby are bones and debris, evidence that the people who lived here were wiped out in a matter of moments. What was the cause? Wars? Diseases? Something unknown swept through these lands, leaving behind only ash and the bare reality of vanished civilizations. Scientists suggest such scenarios could recur if we do not learn to respect the power of natural disasters or understand the lessons of the past. Under Iceland, in the icy depths of the ancient land, ruins of old cities have been discovered. Internal structures carved from ice demonstrate advanced technologies that a lost civilization might have possessed. But the danger is not only in technological heritage. Glaciers have also revealed to researchers dangerous viruses buried in stagnant centuries of frost. Frozen millions of years ago, they may hold deadly potential, ready to thaw and initiate a chain reaction of destruction. This discovery is a troubling reminder that the hidden history of the Earth could be deadly if we are not cautious. Excavations in Anshun, China, reveal a completely new side of ancient cultures. In the caves and underground tombs, entrances have been discovered that, according to legends, serve not only for funeral rites, but also for access to subterranean realms of spirits or other dimensions. These entrances are like keys to the mysteries of the afterworld, where perhaps not only the chosen ventured, but ritual actions could also be performed to invoke something inexplicable. Authorities and scientists studying these artifacts wonder, do they contain clues to deeper connections with the supernatural? And what if, in our attempt to open these gates, we accidentally release something that was meant to remain sealed forever? In Europe, in the depths of underground chambers in Italy, secret repositories filled with statues and various artifacts are found whose meanings remain unclear. Researchers hypothesize that these could be remnants of secret societies, guardians of ancient knowledge, or perhaps ancient laboratories, where creators stored information about technologies that today seem fantastical. But what if these knowledges are linked to preparations for disasters? What if these hidden chambers hold the answer to questions humanity has searched for centuries? And, most importantly, what will happen if this knowledge suddenly becomes accessible again? Turning to the symbolism on Mount Rushmore, legends say that beneath the monument are hidden archives and secret halls, where not only the historical events of the USA are recorded, but also documentary evidence of extraterrestrial civilizations, secret cults, and hidden power movements. All these revelations are not merely myths or legends, but a possible concealed heritage that someone is trying to hide carefully. Maybe there are answers there regarding the origins of mysterious objects, their connection to ancient technology, and, most importantly, what is concealed behind official history. For now, all this remains just shadows and speculation. But sooner or later, unexplored archives may be revealed. Lastly, the permafrost horizons, melting glaciers, rapidly retreating due to climate change, open new frontiers for scientists. There, amid the ruins of long-lost cities, manuscripts and artifacts that testify to ancient greatness, lies a threat. Disturbingly, viruses, considered probable by scientists, have been discovered in these glaciers, which could be considered biological bombs. When the ice melts completely, no defense will be able to stop the danger. It will emerge, this ancient and misunderstood threat left behind by the Earth. What has been hidden for 100,000 years could become the cause of a new catastrophe for humanity. The discovery of abandoned villages, destroyed structures, and mysterious constructions in Canadian forests suggests that the human footprint left in the planet's hidden corners is full of questions. In abandoned camps and disappearing people whose fates abruptly ended, there's a reminder of how fragile life is and how dangerous nature's forces or unexplained interactions with the unknown can be. What secrets do these traces hide? Can the disappearance of someone become a harbinger of future calamities? Lost in icy peaks and wild forests lie sleeping dangers, about which we can only speculate. The frozen expanses of ancient ice caps, such as Vatne Kudol, preserve not only threads of history, but also remarkable discoveries. Ruins of ancient cities are found there, capable of telling stories about highly developed civilizations that lost their knowledge or were wiped out by sudden disasters. But it is precisely here, among information frozen for centuries, that viruses, more dangerous than those that destroyed the ancients, may also be lying in wait. Encased in ice, they are waiting for the moment to awaken, reminding us that the past is not always far behind. It often lies right beneath us, under our feet, ready to surface unexpectedly when we think everything has become safe and stable. Within this entire picture, each discovery, artifact, and manuscript, a mystery is concealed. Unexplored secrets of the past, whether light or perilous, technological or magical, are all part of a complex pattern, assembled from thousands of pieces and finally beginning to form a coherent whole. Techniques that allow us to peer inside ancient vaults, deep caves, and silent chambers of history are both weapons and keys to secrets that could change everything. Yet there remains a question, fraught with unease. Can we truly trust these new technologies? Vladimir explorers and archaeologists, armed with drones and lasers, are engaged in a genuine pursuit of truth? Or are they treading uncertain ice, where each discovery is a step toward a new danger? What should we do when, lifting the veil from centuries-old secrets, we face not only facts, but also dangers we had never imagined? And perhaps the most profound enigma is whether all this is worth doing at all. Are we not risking more than just knowledge? Are we possibly opening doors to threats that could forever alter our world, break down the boundaries of reality, and unleash the unknown, which might be better left sealed? This is how our quest for answers, discoveries, and understanding continues, alongside the dangers that will inevitably follow. Nature and mankind battle for power, control, and comprehension. Every new revelation is like a step on a fragile edge between knowledge and peril, between enlightenment and destruction. In this constant motion, we are compelled to ask ourselves, what next? Which secrets of the land and time should we uncover, and which would be better left in shadow? And most importantly, are we ready, upon learning what lurks in the depths of history, to have our entire perception of reality forever changed? Or, out of fear of the greatest risks, would it be better to leave these distant, vague mysteries untouched? For perhaps some secrets are better left unbroken, guarded and undiscovered in pursuit of truth. But this is where the danger lies, that sooner or later, human beings risk opening a door behind which lies something capable of changing everything we know and leaving a deep mark on human history forever. In the dark depths of planetary interiors and the pristine ice of northern latitudes, thousands of mysteries lie hidden from human sight for centuries. Civilizational histories, mystical symbols, forgotten knowledge, and powerful forces all seem to be waiting for their moment to emerge into the light, to reveal themselves to those brave enough to approach. But how far should one go? What dangers await anyone who ventures to unravel ancient secrets? And how do the boundaries of morality and science shift when a person suddenly becomes a witness to revelations that they could either destroy or enlighten with their own hands? Today, these questions increasingly transcend theory and venture into a perilous and unexplored realm of human cognition. Under the pressure of time and climate change, archaeological discoveries take on new urgency. Melting glaciers, once a barrier to the story of millennia, now rapidly thaw like drops of destiny, falling from the clouds of Earth's memory. Every day, new areas previously protected by eternal frosts are uncovered, along with entire cities, tombs, alchemical laboratories of ancient civilizations. Stories that today are reduced to faint legends. This discovery signifies a new era, but simultaneously poses a potential source of catastrophe. Beneath the layers of ice and deep within the Earth's bowels lie not only knowledge, but also dangerous organisms, microorganisms frozen centuries ago that, upon contact with modern conditions, could awaken unseen threats or hereditary bacteria responsible for diseases still believed to be conquered. At the bottom of these subterranean labyrinths, hidden beneath rocks or buried deep underground, entire civilizations have literally been born and vanished. The size and complexity of these corridors are astonishing. They are not merely natural formations, but clearly man-made structures, reminiscent of ritual complexes or shelters, designed to preserve knowledge or secrets. Some bear signs of skillful symbols, mysterious manuscripts, images that resist modern decoding. They speak of ancient knowledge surpassing our current understanding, knowledge intended to maintain global balance, or, more frighteningly, to control unseen forces. Sometimes all of this appears as a thread in a vast web. Unraveling it could lead to the most unexpected consequences. Technologies and natural forces operate hand in hand, forming a complex symbiosis capable not only of revealing long-blocked secrets, but also of awakening ancient dangers. For example, attempts to access hidden structures may trigger dormant energies, electromagnetic discharges, unstable gases, or even unbalanced magnetic fields. Unknown microbes, previously harmless, may acquire a new life, and inconspicuous crystals found deep underground could turn out to be massive carriers of energy or information, close to extraterrestrial in nature. In places where archaeologists and researchers discover hidden doors, marble halls, and secret passages, there's a feeling as if clans or secret societies are lurking behind every stone. Perhaps secrets of ancient rituals lie buried in the depths, which modern scientists dismiss as mere fairy tales or legends. Conversely, it could be a testimony that these societies have not disappeared, but are now preparing for a revival to control global processes that humanity was never meant to know. This conclusion does not seem far-fetched when considering the numerous accounts of existing organizations that have been guarding secrets for centuries and possess technology beyond the ordinary. Here enters the idea: what if, beneath the surface, extraterrestrial structures or materials are hidden? Large crystals capable of concentrating and even amplifying energy, or microorganisms that cannot be detected within Earth's biological standards? Recent studies confirm that these materials, or something similar, could indicate contact or connection with other civilizations that have left their imprint not only in space, but also here, on Earth. Logic, science, and personal responsibility converge when scientists realize that revealing these secrets is a matter of great importance. They hold possibilities that could change the course of history. Some see this as a chance for progress, others, a danger capable of destroying human civilization. Scientists find themselves between a rock and a hard place. On one side, the prospect of gaining incredible value. On the other, the risk of encountering something beyond understanding or control. Numerous mysterious disappearances of researchers, as well as discoveries indicating that some findings have simply vanished, evoke concern. There are theories that some secrets are so dangerous that it is better to leave them buried in forgotten layers of history. Conclusive evidence of these theories includes not only the disappearance of objects or individuals, but also archives that vanished at the moment when the dust of accumulated knowledge could blur the boundaries between the impossible and the possible. Therefore, each time one ventures deeper into the depths or beyond the bounds of known technologies, there is a risk to reveal or not to reveal. And is there a limit to what is permissible? The current era is marked by accelerated climate change, intensification of natural disasters, and melting ice shields. These phenomena, acting as harbingers of new discoveries and, at the same time, new threats, force reflection on the fact that today we are not only on a quest to solve the mysteries of the past, but also preparing to meet a new, unpredictable world. Each new discovery made with the help of drones, satellites, and advanced technologies is like a stroke on a vast map, where the boundary between the known and the unknown becomes increasingly blurred, and terrifying possibilities grow more real. The art and strategy behind these technologies are becoming more complex. Some use them for enlightenment and exploration, others for concealment or control. But one thing is clear: the line between knowledge and danger is very thin. Keeping certain secrets means risking, while revealing them holds the potential for progress, yet also for destruction. The question that inevitably becomes the main one is, where is that point beyond which the consequences outweigh the benefits? When does scientific curiosity turn into a threat to civilization as a whole? But most importantly, there is an understanding that humanity stands on the brink of new abysses. Every new discovery can be a turning point. It has the power to change not only our understanding of history or nature, but also the very fabric of reality. In this bottomless space of secrets lies both a sweet temptation and a danger that could shatter the barriers of time, destroy illusions, and reveal to the world those secrets hidden deep within the earth, ice, and space for centuries. And then the question arises: are we ready to understand everything? Or is it better to leave the secrets in their eternal shadows, because many of them were created to remain unexplored. There is no limit yet to this quest. But right now, as the boundaries between the past and the future blur, we must clearly understand. Every step toward knowledge is also a step into the unknown, filled with potential threats and opportunities. The question about the boundaries of science and ethics is essentially a question of who we will become when we reach that point of no return. Are we prepared to accept that some secrets are better left in the chronicles of oblivion? Or does each new step towards solving a mystery open doors behind which danger lurks, danger we are not yet able to comprehend? The world is changing, and with it, the rules of the game. But are we ready to pay the price for unlocking the secrets of eternal mysteries?